Hi, and welcome to the Professionalism series, Email Etiquette Part 2. Responding to emails is a necessity in the business world. In this video, we will share a few pointers to ensure you keep your emails proper and professional, including some major do's and don'ts, and when to use CC and BCC options. First, responding once or twice a day is sufficient, unless you are in sales, customer service, tech support, or some other field where a faster response is expected. Regardless, you must reply within 24 hours. Otherwise, you will incrementally damage your reputation and decrease your effectiveness. Do not use email to criticize others. Email is a terrific way to commend someone or praise him or her. It is not an appropriate medium for criticism. You never want to say anything bad about someone in an email. It is simply too easy to be forwarded and have it end up being read by someone for whom it was not intended. Remember, email messages live forever, and criticism in an email can create a firestorm of conflict if you're not careful. When you send an email, you have 3 field choices: to, CC, and BCC. Here's how to use each field. Use to for the email addresses of the people the email is intended to engage in conversation. CC is for the email addresses of those people you want to inform about the email you are sending. Remember that everyone will see his or her names. BCC is for the email addresses of the people you want to inform about the email you are sending, but you do not feel everyone receiving the email needs to see the persons getting copied. The carbon copy, CC, and blind carbon copy, BCC, tools are very tricky. Sometimes they're useful, but if used improperly, they can be problematic. So let's review their usage. Carbon copying someone on an email is a great way to keep them in the loop and allows them to know what's going on without actually asking them to be involved. It can be a useful way to remind people of what happened in a meeting or to remind them to take action on something. Carbon copying also makes the recipient aware of who else is looking at the email. This is often used to get the primary recipient of the email to take the message more seriously or to let them know that it is important. When you are using the CC feature, keep in mind that less is more. Think about what it is that you are sending and how important it is to others. Truly consider who needs to be in the loop on this communication. Blind carbon copying someone on an email is common when you want to keep the individual's privacy. The BCC feature allows you to add someone to an email conversation without others knowing, so it can be a little harder to determine when or if it's right to use it. There are times when BCCing others is a good idea. One example is when you want to send a message to a group. Everyone will receive the message, yet no addresses of the recipients will appear. Another reason to blind carbon copy someone is to keep them in the loop of a conversation without letting the other recipients know. In business, this can be considered as tattling on someone when blind carbon copying your superiors on an email thread. Just remember, using email for business is critical these days, and you want to do it right. Another useful email etiquette tip is to be very judicious when hitting Reply All. This sends a reply to all the recipients listed in the CC feature. Be selective about what you send and say so as not to waste time and productivity. Reply All should be reserved for special cases only. It should only be used if you need to send the same message to every single recipient in the group. Otherwise, if you do not need to do that, you should reply only to the relevant individuals. For example, sending thank you as your message or accepting an invite from one person may not require reply all. No matter the case, you should always stop and think it through before clicking Reply All and sending a mass email out to others. Remember, proper email etiquette says a lot about you and your business.